Hey everybody, Max here. I am gonna have 3 pigs this year. I've never had any type of livestock at all. Just moved out here to this farm 7 months ago from the city, so I'm completely green and new at this. But just got off the phone with the guy who's gonna sell me piglets. I'm gonna have 3 of them to start, and the pen is going to be right behind me here. I'm already kind of making sure that that's ready to go, but one of the things that the pen does not have is a way to give the pigs water. And so I am going to go ahead and use a 55-gallon drum that I got from a guy on OfferUp. I have some of those in my garage here for just storing water for emergencies, but I'm going to use one of them to make a waterer for the pigs. So here we go. I'm going to learn how to do this. So we're here in the shop, and like I mentioned, I've got these 55-gallon drums here. 2 of those are currently filled with just long-term emergency water storage, but one of them is empty, and that's the one I'm going to use for the pig feeder. Here are the things that I ordered to make this possible. This is a bulkhead, and I'll put a link in the description for you, and that is a 1/2-inch thread. And then I've got the actual little nipple attachments that I ordered. And they are 1/2-inch thread as well, so they will go straight into here like this. And then I got a 1 1/4 inch hole saw, and this is what we're going to use to drill into the side of the drum to make possible the bulkhead insertion. My main challenge with using one of these drums is the fact that the tops on these particular drums are sealed. Now, not all of these 55-gallon drums, when you find them, have the sealed top. Some have the removables. But these are sealed. Now, I could either try to do some kind of a magic with fishing line and try to fish down using the 2 bung holes to get down into where the nipple and the bulkhead would need to be inserted. I don't want to go through that trouble. I am just going to literally cut the top off of this thing, and I think I'll be able to then invert the top and just use it as a lid after it's cut, but that's going to make things a lot easier. I don't know how I'm going to cut that yet, maybe with an angle grinder or a skill saw, so I'm going to try the angle grinder first. Let's see how that goes. So my plan is to make the cut just below this line here, and I'm hoping it won't cut into the top here. But once this is off, I'm thinking I can just flip that over and have it be effectively a lid. That was actually quite a bit of work with the angle grinder. Skill saw might have worked better, but still got the job done. Came off. My idea is just to flip it like this, and that'll be, it's on there pretty nice. So I think the next step, I'm just going to use some coarse sandpaper, go around the outside of this, make it nice and smooth, and we'll move on to putting the nipples down in there. Alright, so what I'm thinking of doing is putting 3 different nipples on at slightly different heights. And I'm going to have this probably up on some bricks, so it'll be elevated. But I wanted to have the nipples available for the pigs when they're a little bit smaller, and as they grow, we'll see. That's my initial idea. Yeah! Very nice. Alright, there they are. Got low, medium, and high. Got my bulkhead here. So that piece will go there, and then I'm going to go in here. Probably should get a light in there, huh? Just drop a flashlight in there.
Yeah, this is tricky holding a video camera. I'm going to switch to 2 hands.
Alright, I got all 3 nipples installed on here, so now I'm going to do a test. I'm going to do a 24-hour test. I'm going to fill it up with water and see if they leak. And I got it here on the stall mat, so we'll know if it leaks or not, because it kind of pools up water and doesn't soak in like it does on the concrete, so we'll know. Here we go. Uh-oh. Didn't need 24 hours. I'm still filling it, and it's... Oh. Yeah, it's still leaking. The other ones aren't. I wonder if it's just a faulty seal on that nipple. We'll see. Okay, I just replaced that nipple with a new one. Thankfully, I ordered these in bulk, so I've got like 10 of them. I'm gonna do the test again and hope that one doesn't leak. All right, so far so good. The new ones aren't leaking. I think I know the problem. This is the one that I pulled off. And take a look here, if it can focus on that. There's this little brass fitting, which when I took it off of there, it was really loose, almost ready to come off. And behind that, there's a spring and some other stuff in there. So I think this was just loose. And so if you're putting these on, make sure these are tightened up. I'm pretty sure this is probably fine. I just wasn't paying attention to how it was loose before I put it in. All right, check it out. There is a little bit of a leak here still. And there's a leak from underneath the metal fitting and the bulkhead. And I think what I need to do is take those nipples out and use some plumber's tape around the threads. I'm hoping that's going to solve the problem. And then while I'm in there, I'll check that all of those brass fittings are also secure and tight, because once again, it might be the problem that this has a loose brass fitting on the end of it, on the inside. So fun, learn as we go here. I kind of like this kind of stuff. I like it. It's like you're solving problems as you go, trying new things, and then when you finally succeed, hopefully you feel real good, right? All right, here we go. All right, got the water filled up. They are no longer leaking from the nipples. Still seeing some leakage from here, but none from down in there where I put the plumber's tape, so that's good. Maybe these just leak a little bit, which is sort of unfortunate, but what I'm going to do is let that sit overnight and come back and just see, you know, how much of this is drained out or whether they generally hold water. Okay, it's been 24 hours and I put some Tupperware under each one of these just to see how much water had leaked out. And honestly, that is not too much. This one didn't leak at all. This one barely leaked. So that's great. That's acceptable. All right, next step is to get this out into the pig pen. All right, I'm out here in the pig pen. As you can see, I've put the drum right there. I've elevated it up on some bricks to kind of pull it out of the mud and also get the nipples a little bit higher for the pigs. I'm going to put some green fence posts into the ground and around that, and then strap them to the rain barrel. That way, no matter, you know, pigs get to be like 300-400 pounds, and I'm going to have 3 of them, so they could easily push that thing over. So I'm going to make sure, or at least try to ensure, that that doesn't happen. Alright, got it all strapped in. I'm hoping the hogs don't rip these out. They might chew them off. But it'll be a good experiment. And the lid's on there real nice. So I think we're good. Alright, it's going to be about 2 months until I get the pigs. At least this is ready. I still need to install a feeder and a few other things around here. I'll make videos on that. But what I'll do is I'll make a follow-up video on how this does once the pigs get here, and we'll do an evaluation on how it holds up with the things that worked and the things that didn't. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.